The story of Prophet Joseph, Yusuf in Arabic, and a cup or bowl is a very famous narrative in all three Abrahamic religions. The moral of the story revolves around the patience, forgiveness, and reconciliation. This story is written in both the Bible and the Quran, with some slight differences reflecting Judaism, Christianity, and Islam's distinct theological and cultural emphases. The incident which the stolen cup or bowl discovered in Benjamin's bag is significant in both traditions, lead to test of the brothers' guilt and Joseph's wisdom. Joseph was the son of Jacob, Yaqub in Arabic, a favorite kid who was bestowed with the ability to interpret dreams. His brothers conspire against him. We discussed this in our previous video of The Lost Son of Jacob. Please do check that also and subscribe to our channel. The Islamic version of Joseph's narrative is told in Surah Yusuf, chapter 12 of the Quran. This chapter is famous for being one of the most thorough narrative in the Quran. It recounts Joseph's life from his early dreams to his eventual success in Egyptian monarch. After years of separation, Joseph's brothers went to Egypt during a famine to buy food. Because of the excellent policies of Prophet Joseph, Egypt was the exporter of grains in that era of famine. Brothers do not recognize Joseph, on the other hand. Joseph recognizes and treats his brothers with kindness and respect, didn't tell them who he actually is. Joseph wants to reconcile with his brothers, so he devises a scheme to keep his younger brother, Benjamin, with him. Joseph instructs his servants to place the royal silver bowl in Benjamin's grain sack. When the brothers leave to return home, Joseph sends his officers to apprehend them and accuse them of stealing. The charge shocks the brothers, who were ignorant of the conspiracy, and they tried to prove their innocence, and they even suggested that if one of them is found guilty, he should be enslaved under their own rules. Obviously, they were in foreign lands. This causes significant grief for the brothers, particularly Judah, because they had promised their father Jacob that they would return Benjamin safely. At the time of Joseph, their father already suffered huge grief because of these brothers. But brothers don't have any choice. Joseph insisted on keeping Benjamin, as it was the law of Egypt to enslave the one who is found with stolen property. Joseph's plan was not to cause any harm to his brothers, but to test their sincerity and repentance. Because they did sold him into slavery without remorse, and Joseph wanted to know if they had genuinely changed. He also wanted to keep Benjamin near him, knowing that he was the only other complete sibling, both being Rachel's sons. Joseph eventually discloses his identity to his brothers, who were overcome with emotion and ask for his forgiveness. In a surprising act of kindness, Joseph forgives them, claiming that everything was the God's plan, which eventually resulted in the salvation of many people during the famine. In the Islamic tradition, this story is a powerful example of patience, sabr, forgiveness, and trust in God's wisdom. The story is slightly different in Judeo-Christian narrative. When the cup is discovered in Benjamin's sack, the brothers are distraught. Joseph took Benjamin as one of his slaves, but brothers rip up their clothing in despair and seek Joseph's forgiveness. At this point, Judah steps forward and offers to take Benjamin's place as a slave, noting that his father Jacob would be devastated if Benjamin didn't return. Judah's readiness to sacrifice himself is a dramatic departure from the brother who previously proposed sending Joseph into slavery years before. This was the moment when Joseph realized his brothers have changed. Joseph disclosed his identity. The brothers were surprised and terrified, knowing what they have done to him in the past. However, Joseph reassures them, claiming that it was God's purpose for him to be in Egypt, so that he might save many lives during the famine. In both Islamic and Judeo-Christian tradition, the narrative of Joseph and the silver cup stresses repentance, forgiveness, and God's restorative purpose. Joseph's sufferings are viewed as a test of faith, with his ascent to prominence demonstrating how God can bring good out of adversity. We must remember, bad times make good times better. That's all about Joseph and a silver cup. Hope you like the story. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Our message is, respect humanity, respect all religions. God bless.